grey hair garrisons in there as well on Plebs side.
Yep.
They're choosing those. They are
Probably
very, very spooky, very
Yeah.
scary to run up on if you're in a tight spot.
Plebs are going to make a concentrated defense on the walls.
I don't think so either. They've got no units up there. They've got barely nothing on A, unless.
Yeah, I can see a few heroes dotted around.
Map, though. I mean,
it is that make or break point.
It absolutely is. It's the
and the Plebs have taken a lot more purples. They've got a lot more players with 3 tier 4 units in.
It happens, I would have thought, as Immortals are now going to get set up, get in position.
They've got plenty, very heavily. So when they do want to push,
the first push, I think
they're very resilient.
Eastern resupply as well. That's normally the main.
Hey, look, Cyclonian Militia, the grenade guys, one of my favourite units in the game. They're getting some rounds in.
Lovely.
Oh, the flames.
There's some Cyphos there at that choke point. Beautiful.
That's a good counter trip though from Immortals.
It was. Here comes a Hussar charge down the central staircase. Very effective. Got in quite a lot.
That's going to really shatter some positions there, and those Hussars hopefully they can get out and get back to that resupply point and get some health back, and maybe they'll get another charge in. I see a few of them went down, but they might make it through.
Maybe 3 of them survive.
Yeah, the Immortal block is still alive, but they haven't really been able to push out that staircase situation. That sort of position is a tough one for them to be in, I think.
Immortals are down 5 heroes as well, so they're going to start struggling if they don't pull out, because it looks like they're completely outnumbered on the fight on the stairs now.
And really, Plebs are going to want to sort of roll them here if they can, to try and, kill everything before it can get away in this sort of situation.
Yeah. Immortals are doing work with them Trebs, though.
They are, yeah, I agree.
Plebs have just rolled them up now. They've lost, I think 1 or 2 heroes in.
Actually, be making their push
hold
down
on that stairwell. There we go. Yeah. That's it. And again, it's those heavy armor defensive heroes that are really making that impact. That they can absorb quite a bit of punishment and make that progress as they push up.
Yeah.
And of course, here as they try and make some headway, but that defense from the east supply point is just so strong that it looks like it's going to have to be an all or nothing sort of push here. And it looked like it might be it from the main stairwell right now.
They're going in now, yeah. Big blob as well. Yeah. But Plebs are going to react really well.
Looking to preempt it, and they're feinting with that trebuchet strike.
Oh, the grenade throws going in.
Yeah. Then
here comes some Hussars. There they come. They're charging down the stairs. Tramples goes down.
Yeah, that charge went clean through as well.
Oh, what a massacre!
Brutal.
Jeez, that's brutal.
Yeah, look at the units drop from Immortals and the heroes as well.
Oh, they're down to 6 heroes. FDG's down as well. And Mashal is also not looking good.
I mean, Plebs played absolutely the right card here, though, didn't they? Abandoning the A and B point. We saw that at the start, is what we talked about, and it's really panned out. C point is the point to defend. Will them be a successful unit, actually, in the last season. They're a unit that was released to not much fanfare, but actually they've really kind of found a niche little place. And having one unit in a push like that, because it just burns a large area, when you get concentrated pushes like
Center was my guy. He was the one using the Zakalian militia, so he wasn't getting all the kills, but he was definitely CCing the hell out of that zone.
If it was Plebs or not, one team pushed with a lot of grape shots on the attack, and then once they basically got close to that supply point, set up like a wall of grape shots and used that as to stagger their advance for the break on that bridge.
And Plebs have got B already. I don't think Immortals are even going to try.
Oh no, not the Cyclonian militia.
They're going to have the wall down, I think, at A. I think Amyam might just get over, but then he's going to be completely on his own, or she, and it's going to get a nuked.
Yeah, I think it's almost like Immortals know what's going to happen here. I feel like they've got quite a lot of troops on the back staircase of that B point, to push up if Plebs start to push large numbers down. I feel like this is almost a little bit of a trap. It has now someone just making it back across.
There looking a little rough.
They've got the towers in on A, but they're basically not making any concerted effort there.
I don't think they can. They've got so much on the B side that they pretty much can't push A without getting down to the C side first.
Interesting, actually, if you look on point, there's only 4 Falconetti, so at some point we must have missed that. They've lost a chunk of their unit of Falconetti, which is actually quite a blow for Immortals. Falconetti are a really good support unit, so to lose them early on isn't good.
Absolutely, they can be really make or break. So I know that we had a couple of games.
Oh, that mortar, here it comes from MXNU. I have no idea how to say that.
That bloke over there.
The mortar.
Are Immortal going to be able to hold on this staircase, or do they risk getting flanked? Because look, now we've got Plebs coming through the breach, starting to get towards the bottom of that staircase. If they start to come
moving
down
in on that
the
supply
wall,
point now, they're going to pull. They're going
Well,
to
that
start
pleb
pulling
push though, look at
attention
the
from that.
staircase, they just nuked it.
Yeah, oh, there they go. And coming around from behind as well, look. Halberdier Sergeant's Palace Guard coming up from behind.
Immortals are going to lose a lot of heroes there.
An Immortal sandwich.
Yeah, Immortals are getting really pulled
Although
towards
Immortals
the
are coming
staircase
from
now
behind.
from the supply point. Yeah, so there's a couple of plebs here that look like they're about to get thoroughly squished in this pleb.
Them Fortebrachios coming up to support though from Immortals are going to get caught out by IPGs in a second. Yeah, they just
yes, they are, and they
belly
were actually
flopped.
knocked down just beforehand. Didn't even need
And he
to
didn't
use
even
the
have to use
advance.
his walk. Yeah.
We've
sets
got
of
on the
Outriders,
Outriders. He's got his walk on the Outriders. Some of them.
Yeah, he caught like half the unit.
And then immediately pull away, or
Could be a
something similar
mistake
where
though.
they can just.
Can you see the
get them
Immortal Siphorophanoi anywhere? Like the Flamey Boys, where are they set up?
We definitely need to stick with Flamey Boys here. This is going to cause vast confusion, at least for me. I cannot remember the names.
I think.
Here we go, look, great shots going down.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, there comes the Treb as well.
And there's the Treb.
Manu's setting that
First
up.
great shot.
It's looking pretty scary. So those units better move, or they are going to be turned into a fine paste.
Second
that is outrageous.
and third great shots going down. Falconetti at the back. This is exactly the move for pushing this supply point. Look at the grape shots, just continuous bombardment. Fourth grape shot going down. Fifth grape shot going down. This is where you can't hold the supply point when you get this much fire coming in.
I think the problems Immortals are going to have as well, Plebs have got their whole team pushing that supply point, and there's they have to leave somebody at sea, otherwise they just get back capped.
Yeah, absolutely. Plebs fighting a little bit of a rear guard against some Madao as well, but ultimately, even if they lose that fight, it doesn't matter because they've got the supply, and that's what matters. There we go. Pretty much cleared
Immortals
out.
down 3 heroes as well.
Get fresh new units, whereas Immortals are now quite a long way back to their next supply point.
It looks like Immortals are already pulling back as well. You got Youngs with his Fortebrachios already pulling back to the end point.
If they don't pull back now, though, they'll just get rolled. They've got a very limited window. It might be too late, but they've got a very limited window which they can sort of respawn and re-get set up.
That's a huge push there from the plebs. They're getting a little ahead of themselves. They're moving towards the base flag without even taking C yet. That's quite a few of them that have swarmed there, but they are now on C, and that meter is filling, which means time is running out for the Immortals. They have got to make sure that they're all set up on that base flag to be ready for this, because it could go from bad to worse in a matter of moments if they're not careful. So
looks like the Plebs have decided to not rush the end point as well. Looks like they're going to wait for the guys that are at sea.
The east and west ends of this little rotunda or arena here, they're looking to sort of face off and stare each other down.
Every Plebs player has got a grape shot ready to go for that end point as well.
Manu with the grab on Youngs. He's been dragged into a sea of blue and he'll never return. That's the end of him. He's gone, lost to the blue sea.
Yeah, they're starting to pin them into that almost their spawn point there now. Look, and then that means that they can.
That's a tough spot for them to break out.
Yeah.
Also inclined, they can rotate around to that western resupply point, but I don't think they need to. I think they can just sort of brute force their way through here. They've done. The damage is done. They've taken a lot of the more influential and impactful units away from Immortals, so now they're in a position where they can just sort of start to edge forward and make the demands.
And they've still got all the artillery in the world as well.
Yeah, and a lot of the Immortals are on their last life now, or a chunk of them are. And if they get killed, then it's going to be sort of out now, because they're not going to have any respawns left.
Very true. It looks like Plebs are already starting to take control of the end point.
And they've got their supply at the back. They managed to get some Axe Raiders in amongst. Look.
Northeastern side, the Immortals are making a good pushback. They got IPGs there, they got the Flamey Boys, multiple heroes. I don't
Temple
think they've got enough
knows.
though.
He's jumped in, he's trying to pin those Flamey Boys down.
Yeah,
just
too
belly
much
flopped
stuff
them,
to push back, isn't there?
They've got control of the end point now. They've completely blocked both staircases off. You got the one short sword, was that Tramples? on the middle of the point. He's dead though now.
Yeah,
a
valiant last attempt.
Oh, there it is.
Although Silent Warrior.
So many grape shots. Oh my goodness.
He managed to get out.
5 or 6? That's terrifying.
In this one push, Plebs placed 10 grape shots. They've only got 5 left to place.
Yeah.
That's unbelievable. But they take it. Plebs take. In a definitive showdown there.
Yeah, no, that was a solid match. But again, Plebs just coming out on top. I think a very disciplined team.